Sia's brave dip. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Sia who lived near a beautiful lake. The lake was always full of kids splashing, playing, and having fun. Sia loved to watch them from the shore, but there was one problem. She was afraid of the water. Every time she thought about swimming, her heart would beat fast, and she felt like she couldn't breathe. Sia's best friend Arya loved swimming. She would dive under the water like a fish and float on her back, looking up at the sky. One sunny afternoon, Arya asked Sia, "Why don't you come and swim with us? The water is warm and it's so much fun." Sia shook her head and said, "I can't, Arya. I'm too scared." Arya thought for a moment and then said, "What if I stay right beside you? I'll hold your hand and you won't be alone." Sia wanted to say yes, but the fear inside her made her say no. She felt embarrassed that she couldn't do something that seemed so easy for everyone else. The next day, Sia's mom had an idea. "Sia, why don't we take a walk down to the lake today?" she suggested. "We don't have to swim. We can just sit by the water and watch." Sia agreed and they walked to the lake together. They sat on the grass, watching the ripples on the water and the kids playing. "The lake is beautiful, isn't it?" Sia's mom asked. "It looks like the sky is giving it a big hug." Sia nodded. She had to admit, the water did look lovely, sparkling in the sunlight. "You know, Sia," her mom said softly, "being afraid of something doesn't mean you can't ever do it. It just means you need to take small steps. What if we try putting just our feet in the water today?" Sia thought about it. "Okay, just my feet," she agreed. Slowly they walked to the water's edge and Sia dipped her toes in. The water felt cool and nice. They stayed like that for a while, letting the waves wash over their feet. The next day, Sia was braver. She decided to wade in a little deeper until the water reached her knees. Arya saw Sia and cheered. "You are doing it, Sia. You're really doing it." Sia smiled. It felt good to hear her friend cheer for her. Each day, Sia went a little deeper, taking small steps. Her mom and Arya were always by her side, cheering her on. One day, Sia decided to try floating. She held onto Arya's hands and lay back in the water. The feeling of floating was like being on a cloud. "You are swimming, Sia," Arya laughed. "You are really swimming." Sia couldn't believe it. The water that once seemed so scary now felt like a friend. She realized that being afraid was okay, but facing her fears, one small step at a time, made her stronger. From then on, Sia played in the lake every day. She splashed, laughed, and even helped other kids who were afraid to swim. The lake was no longer a place of fear for Sia. It was a place of joy, adventure, and friendship. And whenever she felt scared of trying something new, she remembered how she learned to swim, one small step at a time. The end.